Is payroll management still a headache for your business? Keep calm and take advantage of Connect HR's intuitive payroll tools. Create and distribute your employee payslips in seconds and make time for that overdue spa session. Simple HR solutions for the everyday company. Start your 90-day trial. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another sizzling episode of Connect HR Hangouts. It's your host, Babi Mawela. Welcome back. We love to see and hear your thoughts on our comment section. So please continue with that. Before we start with today's episode, we've got some house rules. Please comment, like, share, subscribe. Please subscribe. And please follow us on our different social media platforms. Follow, like, share, comment, the same thing. Today in studio, we've got a very important guest. Our VIP is here today. He goes by the name of Floyd Mazibuko CA. And he is the owner and founder of Skills Panda and Connect HR. So today you'll be hearing a lot about the importance of the jump, taking the leap of faith, starting your own business and just doing it. I think, we can all agree that one gets comfortable when they are in an employment situation, an employee rather. Let's say they get very comfortable, and it takes a lot to, take the jump. So we want to know what inspired that. We want to know who Floyd is, what does he do, where does he come from, and where he is now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Babi. Great show, man.
Thank you.
It's doing well.
Yeah.
And I'm very impressed with what you're doing. So my name is Floyd Mazibuko, and as you've introduced me, I'm the founder and CEO of Connect HR as well as Skills Panda.
Yeah.
The importance of the jump. I think personally, for me, my journey, I know towards the end of articles, I think third year, when now you've passed your board exams and everyone is just now applying and manifesting what they're going to be doing.
Yeah.
I was one of those that actually didn't have a plan. So all I knew is I just wanted to own my own time. That's the first thing, as well as just be in business. So after articles, I found an opportunity where I was in audit again.
Okay.
But an opportunity to run a small business within the auditing fraternity.
Okay.
I did that for nearly 10 years.
Okay.
Before then, I decided that, I think it's time for me to take that leap of faith and actually do what I wanted to do. So I think the importance of timing is there'll never be a right time because, for example, when you're done schooling, you're going to say, I need to build up some capital before I jump. So that'll always be a challenge. Some would say, let me perhaps, work for a couple of years, save up and then jump. But we also need to realize that, after 5-6 years of saving, you're married, you've got kids, and life just throws.
It's unpredictable.
Exactly. So point is there'll always be challenges and there'll never be an opportune time. So I think the act of starting in itself is major and a milestone in itself. So the time is now if you want to give birth to your dreams.
Yes, and if you don't know, he's the reason why some of us are small business owners that are up and coming. So we see you. We see you.
Thank you.
And why was it important for you to take the leap of faith when you did?
I think personally, I felt that it was time. Again, it's like an itch, you need to attend to it. So for me, I felt it was the right time. I've been putting it off for various reasons for years. And, it just came a point in time in my life. I was like, it's the right time to do it, despite not knowing what you're getting yourself into. So yeah, I think, as I said previously, the time is now if you actually want to, give birth to your dreams. Yeah.
Okay. I like that. And what are the misconceptions about entrepreneurship?
Ooh, there's a lot.
I can imagine.
Where do I start? I'll mention ones that are prominent. One, I think people think that you've got it figured out and you've got solutions for everything. I'd like to say most of the time you don't know what you're actually doing. I recall when I started Skills Panda, I didn't really know much about, the technical aspects of running a training company, accredited training.
Yeah.
I had my first employee was just, she had blind faith. She just
She just jumped.
she said, "Look, dude, I don't know you.
Yeah.
I don't know your background, but cool. I like your proposition. Let's do this." So she believed in that dream, and here we are today employing, I think, 15 employees, and I think by the time this episode is, we would have onboarded more employees. So most of the time we don't know what we're doing. We figure it out as and when we actually go. But again, it goes back to just start.
Just start.
Yeah, so that's a big misconception. The second one is, which is big, is people think that you just need that one big contract to set you on your way. And I think if you use cricket as an analogy, you don't want to wait for to hit a six.
Yeah.
All you need to do is that don't be bowled out. Just be at the crease, keep on doing your ones, and don't get bowled out. And what then happens over time, you get to clock runs on your actual scoreboard, and that's how you build, I think, a sustainable business and a big business. So just stay at the crease and don't get bowled out.
I feel like I'm getting free business advice, which I appreciate because I can't afford Floyd.
Please stop.
But I think the nice part, Floyd, what people don't know is that I actually was there when Skills Panda was an idea. So it's amazing to see how far you've come. I think it's been how many years now?
5.
5 years, yeah. So I'm proud of you for that. And the journey, tell us about that and what are your highlights about the journey?
Journey will obviously not be easy. You've got some good times and some rocky times. But some of the highlights for me, I think, moving into our own space. So again, largely Skills Panda was a side hustle for me.
Yeah.
We had 2 or 3 employees. Everyone was just working remotely. And I think just before the end of COVID, we then decided to get office space. And I think that actually cemented the idea that actually you're doing this thing. This is not a side hustle anymore. You are actually running a business. So I think that was a very memorable highlight in our journey. And I think also the people side, man, seeing your own employees progress and grow right in front of your eyes. I think that for me, again, is a stamp of approval that, keep on doing what you're doing. So I think, for me, those have been some of my great highlights in this journey.
Okay. And I'm curious, because I'm Connect HR. Why Skills Panda? Why the name Skills Panda?
I've been accused of thinking of boring names. I think at the time, I just sort of, because we're in training, so the word skills, and, adding a second word to it. So the word Skills Panda just popped into my head and we stuck with it.
And it's winning.
And
it's a big business. I keep saying.
It's doing okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. And so now you're an employer. You employ 15 staff members. And obviously there were traits that you looked for when you were making that decision, right?
So what are the top 3 traits that you look for when you hire someone?
Definitely, the person has to be a self-starter. So I appreciate someone that has their own agency. So, i.e., you given a brief, you take it and you run with it. Make your mistakes, and don't be afraid to make those mistakes. Just learn from that. So, big proponent of the person being a self-starter. Have a positive attitude towards technology and innovation.
Yeah,
I
because
think you cannot in this day and age, if you don't embrace technology, if you don't embrace innovation, how relevant are you to your customers? So I think someone has to embrace technology and innovation.
Yeah.
And lastly, just be able to communicate, man. Sometimes I get ideas from my employees and solutions from my employees. So I look for someone that can communicate, again, self-starter, and someone that embraces innovation and tech. So those are the 3 big traits that I look for in employees when I make my hires. Yeah.
Okay. I hope you're taking notes as you're viewing this, because I feel that as employees, we don't ask enough questions.
Sure.
We're not inquisitive enough to say, okay, why me? Why me? What was it about me? Or how can I become better? So I like that. And I can imagine that running a business like Skills Panda has its challenges, right?
Of course.
And what would you say is the most challenging aspect about what you do?
How long do we have? I think for me, definitely growth. Because we're all in it to grow the business and to scale. So finding ways to constantly grow the business, finding new avenues, customers. So it's an everyday thing. It's not an exact science. So I think that is it's challenging, but again, exciting for me because no 2 days are the same. Secondly, being relevant to your customers. So again, that speaks to, are you innovating? How agile is your business? And it speaks to tech. So I think being relevant in a space where you've got competitors all around is a great challenge. So I'd say those are the 2 most challenging, but also, most fulfilling aspects of my day, because you constantly looking for opportunities and you've got a great team that helps you, find those solutions.
Yeah. And okay, so we are Connect HR, right?
Sure.
I feel like we've been talking about Skills Panda. Why Connect HR? What was the inspiration to start that business in particular?
Quite easy, to be honest. So I believe that your idea, your business must solve an immediate challenge around you, and if you've got that challenge, chances are the business next to you also has a similar challenge. So for us as Skills Panda, obviously we train youth within the country, and some of our training programs have a stipend component to it. So learners understandably need to get stipends as well as pay slips. So we've been outsourcing that role for quite a number of years. However, it got to a point where we understood the space, the human resource element of training quite well. And I thought, naturally we should then, pivot and then start a company that handles the human aspect of our learners. And that gave birth to Connect HR. So we've been doing that. I think as at the end of December, we've processed over 1,000 payslips. for learners. And for me, that was a significant moment, because then it said to me that, this idea has a place in, this space. So, yeah, and that's how Connect HR got born.
Okay, let's loosen up a bit.
Ooh.
Because wow, but you know what? I don't ever want you guys to take this for granted. I feel that with every episode, there's so much that you can learn, so much that you can grasp. You don't even know that within an episode, there's an opportunity. So I really love the discussions that we're having. But now we need to
loosen up.
I'm with my boss, so so what would it be? 2 things: dinner with Elon Musk or 2 million rand?
Very easy decision.
And why? And why? Yeah,
I'll definitely take the money.
I could have answered that question.
2 million would go a long way. So definitely take the money. And the reason is, there's so much media out there in literature about the man. He's brilliant at what he does. So you can go on YouTube, you can go to Exclusive Books and buy, a book about him. You can watch a podcast and you can draw some of those learnings. Because, really, what are you going to get after that dinner? You're just going to walk away with a full stomach and a selfie. So, give me the money.
I never expected it. Okay. Okay. And are you let's plan for it first, or let's jump in and learn the lesson later?
Definitely jump in and learn the lesson later.
Yeah.
So my executives, so they are very they strategic and process driven. They want to plan for something. If there's a new idea, that we want to embark on or try, our feet at something else, they want to plan and do all of those things. And I'm more of, guys, let's just jump in. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, we'll learn the lesson. However, I think, having that balance also helps one to be grounded. And I think it's good for the business, because you've got one guy that is willing to take the risk and the other saying, let's plan for it. And I think at some point, those paths converge, which I think makes for great business and a work environment.
I agree. The balance is what stood out for me. The balance. So, you're an auditor at some point.
Sure.
There's Skills Panda and there's Connect HR. Without these 3 things, what if you didn't have both, what would you have been doing differently?
I'd love to own a restaurant.
Is it?
Funny enough. Yeah.
Okay. I'm interested.
Maybe not the head chef, but
because wow.
But I'd love to own a restaurant. And I think one day that's one thing that I'd like to actually get to doing. So I think I'd own a restaurant somewhere if I wasn't doing what I was doing now.
That's interesting, hey? But I think, okay, that's very interesting.
I can check myself. I love food, so. But definitely restaurants.
Okay, that's interesting. And any last words? What do you want the world to remember you for? Or our viewers, rather?
I thought this is a lighter part of the... I think I'm bad at motivation.
Yeah.
But I think just live your truth. Be happy, man. Like, wake up to do what sets your soul on fire. I personally enjoy what I do. As frustrating as it may be. But I enjoy problem solving. And it goes back to the book I was reading. Everyone's got problems. Just choose which problems you like to solve. So so that's what I wish for everyone out there. Just get the problems that you enjoy solving.
Okay, ladies and gents, that was Floyd Mazibuko. Thank you, Floyd. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and well done on your show.
Thank you. Please stay tuned for more of these exciting episodes. Listen, you're going to learn. You're going to love it here. It's worth your while. So please take my advice. subscribe, like, comment. We want to hear what you think. It's your sizzling host, Fabi Mawela. See you next time.
Cheers.